Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Today we're going to roast some garlic. If you watch my videos, you'll know I love garlic. I cook with it all the time. And this year I thought, well, maybe I should try planting some garlic in our garden and have some fresh stuff. So I gave a call to a friend of mine, John McCurr, that owns Purity Farm and Garden. And I popped down and saw him and said, John, I want to plant some garlic. So he introduced me over to Mary Ellen in his store. He said she knows everything about garlic. So I got garlic educated. And now I know how to plant garlic. But it was interesting because I saw a lot of different varieties that they had, and I asked Mary Ellen, well, how do you pick, how do you decide? And she said, it's simple. She ran me through a few of the different varieties, and she said, well, take a few of the ones that you think you're interested in, roast them up, spread them on a plain cracker, try them out with your family, and pick the one that tastes best for you. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got a few different types of hers that I'm going to cut up and I'm going to roast. And then I've got some of the regular garlic that I roast all the time. So if you haven't roasted garlic before, it's really, really simple. You can't go wrong with it. You just take a head of garlic and you cut off about anywhere from about 1/4 to 1/3 off the top. Now I don't throw away the tops of the garlic. I'll use that to make a garlic infused oil later. So if you knock a couple of the heads, just the tops of the heads off. There you go, nothing fancy. Then all you need to do is take a piece of tin foil, put your garlic in the middle, drizzle some olive oil. You can't put too much oil on, so it should overflow a little bit. What that's going to do is when we're baking the garlic, it's really just going to braise that garlic and get a really nice, wonderful flavor through it and make it soft and easy to come out of the cloves. A little bit of salt on top. Then close up your tin foil. You're basically just making an individual oven for these garlics. Seal it up so it all bakes inside. And really from here, you can put it into any pan that will go inside the oven. I'm going to do a whole bunch of these heads up today, and I'm going to bake them at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour. So what I'm going to do when we get to about 30 minutes, I'm going to just open them up a little bit. I'm going to look inside. What I'm looking for is the garlic to brown up nicely. It's going to get to be a golden brown. It's going to be nice and creamy, and that'll allow us just to squeeze the individual garlics right out of the head and put it onto a cracker. So I'll use garlic, roasted garlic, in a number of different ways. I'll add it to a soup. I'll spread it on bread, on crackers. We'll put it into mashed potatoes. Almost any dish that you want to get some flavor to it. Roasted garlic is wonderful. It doesn't have any of the bitterness. The roasting takes that part out, and it just adds a wonderful flavor. Salad dressings are another thing that I really like to use roasted garlic in. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to roast probably a dozen or so heads of garlic here this morning. And garlic will keep really well. You can freeze the roasted garlic afterwards. You can keep it in the fridge a long time. Sometimes I'll remove that roasted garlic, just put it into a Tupperware container and use it through the week in the fridge. Well, the garlic has been roasting in the oven for about an hour. This place smells absolutely incredible. And if you look, they just come out to a beautiful golden brown. They're nice and soft. Later on for lunch today, our family is going to try out the different types of garlic that I picked up from Purity Feed. So we're going to sample those just on plain crackers, and we're going to decide which ones we want to plant. And then we're going to plant a crop of garlic, and hopefully next year I'll be cooking with garlic that's come out of our garden. So once you've roasted the garlic, it's as simple as taking a head that's a little on the hot side right now. But if we give a squeeze to it, that garlic will just come right out. There we go, it's still steaming. Good thing I got a napkin beside me. And there is nothing better than just a piece of bread or a plain cracker. It's soft like butter. You just put it right across a cracker and voila. That's delicious. No vampires coming around tonight. Roasted garlic is so easy to make, and you can combine it or add it to a ton of things. As I said before, you can squeeze it all into a container, you can freeze it, you can pull it out whenever you need to use it. It gives you a very unique flavor, and it is healthy as can be for you, especially in the winter. It's our natural penicillin. So thanks again for joining me in the kitchen. And if you want to find more about, learn more about how to plant garlic, you can always pop over to the Purity Feeds site, pop in the store, see them. I think they've got an article on how to plant garlic, and this is the right time of year right now for it. We're into September, but cooler weather's coming. It's time to get your garlic crop in and then enjoy the fruits of your labor of the next year. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.